My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. Welcome to my YouTube station. I'm here at home today doing my YouTubes. This is the home of the 5 minute or less video. If I can't tell you after 50 years of doing this in 5 minutes, I'm really in trouble. I'm a national expert in IRS resolution matters. I've worked around 10,000 cases. I worked for IRS for a decade. I've been in private practice for 40 years defending people. I have a whole team of former IRS agents. I've been on all the major news stations on wanting my opinion on IRS, and I love to do these videos for three reasons. Number one, I don't want you to get ripped off. There are so many people on YouTube that are seedy. You got to be really careful, and you got to discern who to go ahead and pick if you're going to hire someone. And number two, I like to educate you. And number three, I like to inform you as a former IRS insider as to the things that you, in fact, really need to know. So today, I want to talk to you. Many people ask me, is it a crime not to file a tax return? And the answer is yes, it is. It is a crime. Very few people does IRS actually prosecute. Maybe if we're looking at the whole, maybe out of, I don't know, maybe 99.9% of the people do get away. But if IRS wants to target you for a reason, if someone has turned you in, or IRS picks up another investigation, or IRS wants you for some reason and they see that you have not filed the return, a lot of people get picked up by their spouse and other people, but it is in fact a crime not to file your tax return under United States Title 26 of the IRS Code in Section 7203. It is a federal crime for you willfully and timely actually not to file a tax return. Willfulness kind of includes, well, you didn't feel like it, you just got late, you really got sloppy. It's a really broad net that they can go ahead and you get your career. You got to remember too, by the way, it's 1 year for every year you don't file, but those years really all can stack up, and that's usually what happens. People don't file 1 or 2 years, and all of a sudden it adds up and adds up and adds up, and before you know, you may have 5, 6, or 7 years. So if you haven't filed a back tax return, you may want to go ahead and consider. I'm not an alarmist. I don't want to scare you. People ask me the question whether it is a crime, so I'm simply going ahead and answering that question for you. These usually happen in large dollar cases, or if IRS wants to target you for another reason, or another government agency has turned this over to IRS to look at. Like I said, it happens for very few cases, but if you think that something's going on, or IRS suspects you, or another government's looking at you, you may want to go ahead and file your tax returns. We have a whole team of former IRS agents to go ahead and help you. We have a former IRS criminal investigator on staff if you need to have your case evaluated. His name's Robert Norlander. But like I said, we've been doing this for over 250 years. We have a team loaded with IRS experts. So like I said, I don't want you to be an alarmist on it, but if you think you have problems or you're not sleeping at night, you'll want to go ahead and file your returns. And I should say, if you haven't filed for a long time, IRS uses a policy statement 5-133 that says you only have to file the last 6 years, and really that's it. So we have a streamlined process to get you in, get your tax returns, and settle your cases all at one time. Thank you so much for listening. If this was helpful, give me a subscription if you would. I'd really appreciate it. YouTube values those, so I have to value this. Leave me a comment. If you like comments, you want me to do a YouTube, I'm happy to do. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.